All right, welcome everyone to the Skeptics and Scoundrels after party. We've got quite the panel here tonight, and expecting at least probably one or two more people to pop in eventually. We've got, of course, he's not with us at the moment, but Mikey is here. He'll be back momentarily, and of course, actually, let me swap with the guest of honor tonight, Mr. Eric, who's of the Skeptics and Scoundrels YouTube channel, podcasty thing that he does there. Also, of course, Mikey's with us. Canadian Ollieman's with us. We've got Scott Smith, who will be a guest on the show on the 2nd of February. A little bit of a funny story behind that one. I actually had both Scott and Eric scheduled the same fucking day today, but I was like, oh shit, how the hell did that? But I had forgotten to put Eric's things in the schedule. I had it on a different schedule thing that I have, and I forgot to transfer it over to my little phone one, so I ended up double booking, but Scott understood, and he just said, yeah, I can do the 2nd, no problem. And of course, also we've got Nitty here, we've got the amazing Stephanie Helms with us, and the one and only Heathen Queen has jumped in here with us tonight as well.
Hello.
Who I had the pleasure of meeting at the Better Conference.
And I am just as lovely in person, aren't I? Just kidding.
We have four four people at the Better Conference in this little panel.
Yeah,
right?
Nitty. I know.
Mikey.
Yeah,
Mikey, Nitty.
Five, make it 5.
Like, don't ever tell Mikey I said this, but like, he's kind of funny in person. If you ever fucking tell him I said that, I swear to God, it's on site.
His online personality is the shit, but he's hysterical in person.
Oh no, I don't know. His online personality too. It's because he was standing in the back with me and just like whisper talking shit, which is like my favorite because it's like I'm trying not to laugh because it's like dead silent, and he's clever, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. Fuck Mikey.
Better was a lot of fun, man. I think we had a great time there.
Agreed.
I can't wait for the next one. Actually, I have two things that I kind of want to make a little bit of an announcement for before we get into the whole party mode, if you can call it that. I've been emailed by, apparently they sent me an email earlier, but it went into my spam folder, and I don't even go through my spam folder these days.
Who does?
Get, literally hundreds of them, so I just delete the whole thing. But I got an invite to be a panelist at the next Better.
Hey,
me too.
Yeah. Right? So
that's pretty cool.
Me too.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Well, you were a panelist at the last one.
So?
Me too.
Well, so
what?
You already had that privilege, but yeah, that's true. You were too. I forgot about that. I wasn't. I was just.
That was somewhat impromptu.
Oh.
Somebody couldn't quite make it, so it's like, wait, will you do this? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. What do I do? Sit up there and say stupid stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I planned for exactly 0 seconds of my panel. They were like, "This is the topic," and I was like, "I'll wing it." It's pretty much how I operate in my day-to-day life. Yeah. It's working out so far.
Huh. And I was going to say earlier, Eric, about Faithless Forum, because I like since going to the first one, I've become very good friends with like Thomas and Genetically Modified Skeptic and yada yada. So I do know that Thomas is going to be doing another one, but because it's a bit of a financial burden, of course. So he has to give it like every couple of years. They're going to do it now, I think. So it'll be coming up, I think, this year at some point in 2023. Cool. I should probably talk to him because I said, hey, if you need help, I'm in because I can help financially. I can help spread the word. I can help people get there if they can't afford it. Like I did that for Correa for Better. I actually gave her my ticket that I originally bought, which was the VIP ticket with all the bells and whistles and stuff, but you don't really actually have to wear a bell or anything, which kind of sucked. But because that way you know you were coming, right? Because the bell would start ringing. Oh, here comes Neil.
I think my hair was the bell for me personally.
Your hair was amazing. What are you talking about?
Exactly, but like it's hard to miss me. Like someone was like picking me up from the airport, and they were like, "Well, like I can't find like where will you be?" I'm like, "I have at this point bright pink hair. Like yeah. I'll be the only one." Like
it's like a walking billboard for fuck's sake. You can't miss me.
Yeah, come on.
It's Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Exactly. Like, it's
Uh,
not like
come on.
the Bay Area. So maybe if someone showed up here with bright pink hair, okay, like I might not recognize you, but like I'm showing up in a cornfield, bitch. Like, oh, you can see me. Okay, sorry, this is not the after party.
So yeah, and the other thing that I wanted to announce is I did a little voice work for a gal that you may be familiar with. Here comes JR.
Ayo.
Named Bionic Dance. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Bionic Dance, but she's an animator, and she did a little movie called Quinn Redshift, and of course I had to play the fucking space pirate. Well, I mean, let's face it,
yo ho.
So I got to be the bad guy, and I had a few lines in that, and so she got for the movie she got a bronze award for one of the best animated shorts of the year, which is really cool. Which means she now gets an IMDb page, and now I guess vicariously now I will have an IMDb page.
Awesome.
Because I'm one of the actors.
Like, you're basically famous.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
Can I have your autograph?
well, at the next Better conference, I'll bring a Sharpie and just write it on your forehead or something.
Awesome. When do you join the Screen Actors Guild?
SAG? Well, I'm actually a member of.
He's a member of SAG.
Yeah, I'm saggy now. I'm past that age where gravity starts getting a hold of me.
I was afraid, yeah, that's.
No, I'm a member of something up here in Canada called SOCAN, which is the Society of Artists and whatever. So, but that's because of the band and the music. We actually register all our music through SOCAN. So anytime we get airplay, we make like 4 cents or something. I don't know. So, I haven't made a lot of money because our stuff's only been played on the radio maybe a dozen times. So I think I've made like $1 or something. But, you know, better some airplay than none at all, I always say.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know what happened to Mikey. Maybe he's taking care of the pregnant wife. Because he's going to be a daddy. Whoop. It's funny. He showed a picture of the little one inside the womb where they do the little, whatever they call them, the stomach grams, I guess, or whatever the hell they're called. Yeah, ultrasound pictures, and
stomach,
and the little one has got the middle finger up in one of the pictures, just already flipping the bird off. I'm like, yeah, she takes after you, Mikey. Yes, Mikey vanished, Anton. We had him taken care of. There he is.
There he is.
Yo, why are you so shaky? Oh no, there you go. No, you're better. You're better.
Yeah, you're good.
You're like doing the.
Whoa! Yeah. I respect public spaces, so now I'm whoa in a 70s earthquake. What? All those people faking like they
happened.
You're muted. You're muted.
I'm muted?
No.
Oh,
and then you came in here and detached it.
No idea what halfway.
What?
Embarrassing for me.
Your mic is not doing a good mic job. But yeah, everybody's saying that they're having all these tremors and seizures and shakes and all this stuff from their jab, and it's like, okay, I don't even know what that is. That's not a medical anything. You're literally shaking your head, lady.
Oh, I saw that one video recently.
I can see your muscles tensing up as you wiggle your knees back and forth, you weirdo. Like, that's not how seizures work.
I saw, I think it was on Twitter a couple days ago, but yeah, a woman walking out of a bathroom and also laying in bed, and just the shakes were so fake. Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry. It's like, you're not fooling anybody with that. So bad.
So
just
what's the point, really? What are they trying to prove?
I didn't even Google what a seizure looks like first.
Yeah. I imagine people like that really believe that the vaccinations will do that to people, but they need to
Oh, yeah.
manufacture their evidence because they don't actually know anybody who does that. But they genuinely believe that actually happens. So they're lying for the greater good, I think, in probably a lot of those cases. That's my
In their
assumption.
minds, they are.
Yeah.
It's like Pentecostal demon possession,
Yeah.
but for the jab.
Question, Mikey or anybody, is my mic better now?
Yes.
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 Perfect. Sorry.
Great,
Thanks.
great.
Thank you. It's because I have a mic.
It looks
And
like
what
mine.
I said, Mikey, was that I said you were funny before you came in.
And then she threatened us not to tell you.
That's cool. That's cool.
Hold on. There you go. Can't unmute you? Why can't I unmute you? Oh, you have to. If you mute yourself, you have to.
I'm
unmute.
being persecuted.
I see.
Clearly.
I am the
Clearly.
Pentecostal demon.
Yeah, there you go.
I was in the Pentecostal church for 33 years. You're absolutely right.
I was the Jezebel they warned you about.
Yeah, I've seen all. I've seen all of that. The deliverances and things I'll get into next week. But yeah,
The holy
Were you,
wiggle.
were you into the thing where the guy puts a hand on the forehead and the people?
Okay, but that
Oh,
actually happened to me.
yeah. I was in that church.
Like-
That's what I'll be talking about. I was in that church. Hey y'all.
No shit.
Crazy.
Really?
I don't think it was God, but I definitely
No,
blacked out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the concussion.
Yes.
Right. If you've heard of
Whack on the head.
Ernest Angley, if you've heard of Ernest
Yeah,
Angley,
of course. Yeah.
He's brick breaking up there.
That's the church I was in. That's coming up next week, and that's what I was in. Yeah, he believed that he could tell you how many demons you had inside of you.
Oh, that's a fun drinking game.
Oh, yeah, it is.
37 demons in you.
Yeah, he would look at
Let's
you and
make it
say,
a competition.
you have 69 demons in you. I'm like,
69?
Nice.
and it had to do with
Hey.
sex.
Nice.
Funny how he came up with that one. I don't know.
Nice.
Nice. No.
Yeah.
That's just a Saturday.
Yeah,
Dude, I want to see the demon leaderboards. I guarantee you, I will be top 10 by the end of the weekend.
there you go. Just keep trudging on there. Keep going forward.
You heard that old classic 60-minute man? It could be 60 demon man.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Never tell me the odds.
60-second man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
The more realistic
both of
version.
them, really, to be honest.
Hey.
Sadly, yes.
Hey,
I'm being generous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
some people are
I
faster
hear you,
racers.
sister. I hear you.
Some people are
It's
faster
so
racers.
pathetic.
Some
Yeah.
people are faster racers than others. If you can't keep up, hey,
Mhm.
race is done. This race is over. You
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, and so
You
is this
lost it.
relationship by
You lost
It's like,
this
come on,
race.
I got stuff to do. Let's get this over.
like, yeah, did you come? I sure did. To the wrong house. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
awesome.
comedy
I have
hour's
not
over.
heard that one.
That's probably
Oh, no.
going to be. I'm making that the topic of one of my future videos. Hold on, my phone is
I hope not.
tracking my phone active. There we go. I made that topic of my future videos. How wildly different demons are in their efficacy in the Bible. You have one demon. You have multiple demons possessing one person, legion, but then you have other demons that are doing like way better work more efficiently. Like I don't know, like some people think that it was a demon that spoke to Muhammad in that cave, and I was like, wow, that one demon with a conversation like stole away 2 billion Muslim souls from God with one conversation. But then you have like a horde of demons possessing one guy for his entire life.
Yeah.
It's like someone's working smarter here than the others.
Yeah. I
You know what I'd like to see?
Yeah.
I'd like to see a cage match between demons and body thetans. You know?
What?
Christian demons and Scientology body thetans.
Yeah.
Like what's the
See how
power
it
ratio
goes.
between one demon and one thetan?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I don't know. They're all mythological anyway, so.
That's right.
I can't tag you, Eric, in the private chat, so I'll just say it here.
Yeah, no worries.
If you're interested, I'm happy to have you come on my channel and do an interview as well.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Love to.
that's all.
Yeah, me too.
You want to come on, Mikey?
No, I want Eric. I don't want you.
Oh, I said I don't. I know. I said, do you want to come on my channel?
No.
I've already been on your channel.
No.
Mikey doesn't have a channel. His channel is off. He doesn't have cable. Yeah,
I didn't pay Comcast this month.
exactly.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
QED in this bitch.
Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter and we'll connect up. Sure.
Yeah, I'll just search randomly.
Mikey watches TV on a console.
I actually did a
to
stream on
take
my
this.
itty bitty itsy bitsy teeny weeny channel the other night, which was pretty fun. It was kind of neat.
Yeah.
I take this abuse.
You never asked me to come on your channel either.
Y'all can come on my channel. I've been lazy because I just finished my grad school apps and then I presented at a conference last weekend. And so
Nice.
this is like the first, like, I have like peeking my head up from above the ground. But
Groundhog
like,
Day.
would love to have anybody. I just haven't been booking or like talking to people.
Well,
Sure, hit me
For,
up.
like,
set up a day.
being a person
Mhm.
in like most ways.
And you got a pooch behind you.
I have
How many
three.
dogs do you have?
All of them.
I know you have three, but this one is right behind you.
That's Stella.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Stella.
What else I have is just sass and audacity this evening.
Ah.
Oh my god. Who is that?
Doggy! Doggo.
Dougie, yes.
Name.
This is Howl. Howl.
Hello. Owl.
I would like Howl to come on my channel. You can if you want. No.
Yeah, we going Heath and Queen's channel?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah, hell yeah.
There's Buckets and Stella,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tiny over here.
Let me go find the other one. I'll be right back.
Awesome. So what do you guys collect these things? Like a
Dude, I don't know.
One's enough for me.
Dog. Yeah.
Okay,
Dog-
I'm gonna.
yeah.
They're not like Legos, Neil.
yeah.
You don't have to glue them together.
Hey,
like human
glue Lego
centipede.
together. What's wrong with you? Ugh. Oh, another pooch. And Ollie's got his pooch.
Oh my god.
I don't have a pooch.
This is
Doggo.
Sophie.
Well, I do sort of, but it's a stuffed one, and it's
So
Stimpy
cute.
from Ren and Stimpy. So. Or sorry,
What?
Ren
Phone
from
and
Ren.
ignoring me.
Get it right.
My dog
I know,
here.
right? It's kind of a fan I am.
I feel like I need to mute myself because I'm monopolizing the chat. So. Because I never know when to shut the fuck up.
Not you, it's a dog.
There's always time for dogs.
Oh, dogs are
Always
awesome.
time for dogs.
I work remotely. I work remotely still, and whenever a dog gets onto the Zoom call, the work meeting just shuts down. It becomes all about the dog. Yeah.
Yeah. I was on a meeting just today, and while I was in the middle of a meeting, Boomer came and just jumped up on me, basically. And it was like, meeting stopped. Oh, look, there's Boomer. And everybody knew his name because he's done it before. Right? So,
Okay, Boomer.
yeah.
that's what- Aw. So just a heads up, my phone just died, so I don't have an image in front of me anymore. I have to look over here to see you guys. So if I'm looking this
All
way, I'm looking directly at you, just not
Yeah.
this way.
All right.
Look into my eyes.
Yeah, Eric, my eyes are up here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just can't get my eyes off
I
that
know,
beard of yours,
kind of
man. It's so
madly
awesome.
In a movie kind of
You got
way.
you got the angles. I was thinking the other day, you got the angles just right. It looks just like it looks futuristic and clean.
That's what
and-
she
yeah.
said.
Yeah.
She hasn't said anything to me in a long time. You're talking about the facial hair sort of thing?
Can't
Yeah.
relate, you know?
Yeah. You got it zeroed in just right, man.
I kind of, I just decided I need to do something different, and I did it like 20 something years ago, and I liked it, so I just kept it.
20
ever
years.
since.
Crazy. Yeah.
And every once in a while, I
Barely
get
been
some
alive that long.
just once in a while, I get some kid in a parking lot going, "Dude, that's the coolest fucking beard I've ever seen."
That is a happy
Mom's
German
looking-
Shepherd.
Sorry?
Boomer.
That's a happy German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah. He is. He's spoiled
Yeah.
rotten.
Spoiled is
I-
more like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I unfortunately, Neil, cannot grow a beard very well. It's just too thin. And
Not with
it's
that
just
kind
like
of
a-
attitude.
I can't. I tried. I look terrible.
Eric, you and I suffer
gave
what
up a
I
long
like to
time ago.
call pubertal confusion. Where
Yes.
you just grow
Confusion.
just enough hair
Yes.
To be
know that,
confused.
that something happened to this
Not-
poor person.
Not to get too detailed, but I am very much a hairless ape. Like I got very, very
Hairless.
Bless you.
Oh wow.
God was
Yeah.
doling out the testosterone. Was like, nah, we're gonna
Yeah.
make this one an atheist.
It's like a tube of toothpaste. When it came to me, I was like, oh damn, we're out. Squeeze a little bit out. Okay, it's good enough.
Everyone has their preferences.
Due to COVID, we had to make some budget changes, and I'm so sorry. We can't fund any facial hair for you again this year.
Yep.
We really thought the money was going to come through with that 2021 stimulus package, but it looks like it's not in the cards.
It's like Eric, we're low on testosterone. We're really sorry, but hey, we have an abundance of crippling anxiety, so we're gonna make.
We will double up. We'll double up on the anxiety for you, though, if you like.
Yeah. Hey, I got the anxiety.
You always
and
go
the
down to
depression.
the.
They're besties now.
Get, glom onto some clear or something,
You figure because I'm part Italian and
Oh, what's the matter, you?
yeah, what's the matter you? And like every Italian person that I've ever met is like Harry, like they could be a walking advertisement for a rug company. Let's put it that way. But it's
quite hairy.
Sorry.
I think
If y'all are hairy, sorry.
The French part of me won that battle because I'm just not hairy. Like
Your girl is
all the
also
hair
fun.
is here. Right? Everywhere else is like next to
Appropriately
nothing.
behaved hair.
Yeah, which is kind of cool because I really didn't want to have an ape ass, if you know what I mean. Like I didn't want to be like scratching my ass, going.
Stop.
As long as you
Trash.
wash it is the important part, because like I've realized a lot of men
Condition.
don't. So
Hold on,
No time goes by.
Hold on, Miss HQ. I've been seeing your little posts. I done met some musty, dusty ass females. And you left all them out of your rants. Tell your homegirl so
they
wash
aren't my
they
problem.
crusty
They're your
panties.
problem.
Yo, I ain't trying to speak out of turn. I'm just saying what I saw. And I'm just like, yo girls, close your leg.
I mean, I'm out here
Humans
telling white men to wash their fucking legs. Like
Just
what?
saying.
I'm sorry. Like in what
Why?
universe is this? Like I'm
Tell
appalled.
people
Every
they
time I get in the
armpits.
shower, I'm washing my legs, and I'm thinking people don't know what to do this. And then I'm
I
just
know,
like, I
it's
just go to the
fucking gross.
moon for a while because I can't take it. That's all.
I watch. You get in the shower, you're there to wash everything. So people wash everything.
I mean,
okay?
you would think.
Yep.
Like
Makes
spread the
sense to me.
cheeks, let the water run down.
Like I'll just
some
do
soap
the
in
left
there.
side today. And
I mean,
tomorrow
soap
I'll
would
do the
be
right side.
preferable, but at least just like turn towards the water.
Turn away from the water so that it gets your backside.
Turn towards away. Do a full circle. Do a rotation. Left, right.
Get a
Mhm.
power.
My dog
Get a
goes.
power washer.
Condition your butt hair.
Get a bidet.
I have a bidet.
I mean, I'm not.
it's
That
awesome.
wasn't a joke.
I got a workmate who took over a meeting once to talk about her new bidet.
It's
She was-
life changing.
She was
They're
really
awesome.
selling it too.
It's
We have
life
one at work.
changing.
They're awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, why the hell doesn't every bathroom have this? Oh, they do in Europe. And I'm just
Yeah.
a dirty American. My
It's just like
dirty
in
American
Europe when
butt.
they actually have like full doors on public bathrooms instead of like a toothpick, and
Well,
they're just
yeah.
like looking at people while you're taking a shit.
Well, the reason they have to have
I hate
the
it.
bottom part up in case you run out of toilet paper, you get bugged again. Actually, hey.
Okay, the bottom
Pass me
part
the
is
roll.
one thing. Why are those gaps on the side so large?
Oh, I know. I know. You
That's-
can park the car in those
Hey,
things.
why are y'all going to the restroom in public? Like, I just hold it. I don't care what happens to
It's
my
because we're
kidneys.
white.
I don't care what happens to my kidneys. I'm not going nowhere near.
I mean, you're
I
wearing a
try not to.
ramen noodle sweater. We know that you don't care what happens to your kidneys. Go
So,
to the
my
bathroom
track
in
re-
public.
My record speaks for my record precedes me.
Hey, look, they're your kidneys, my guy.
Mine don't work right.
I'll drink water at home.
Well,
my
I
toilet
know.
is-
I was going to donate one to a friend of mine, but they said, "Well, your right one doesn't drain properly at the top, and the left one's got a little stone in it." And I'm like, "Well, can we not just zap the stone and get rid of it?" Well, no.
Zap the
We prefer the
stones, like
right. Yeah, they can do that.
Harry
Laser
Potter
and
shit.
Some magic-y foo-foo stuff
Yeah,
or whatever.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Expecto Pachidney.
Yeah.
Expecto de stono.
Expecto Patreon.
Destructo my stono. This sounds like racist people trying to speak
I
Spanish.
cannot believe that I said he was funny
Yeah, pretty
before
much.
he came in here.
Right?
No, you said he was funny in person.
I did say that. Yeah, I did say you were funny and better.
I mean,
As a guy.
Your Reese roll flow.
I got
check the record. Roll the tape back.
Yeah, roll the tape, and then I said I'd kill them if they ever told you.
It's cool. I'm just just writing all this down in my head. It's cool.
Yeah, do it.
Mental notepad.
Yeah, because the best jokes are properly timed. So I'll take it now.
Don't
But
I
when
know
she
it?
leave, I'll be talking again.
I mean, that's fine because I won't be here. That's like talking shit after someone's dead. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's like Debo.
Be around care.
Like Debo in Friday.
It's like D-Lo.
Debo from Friday.
I don't give a fuck about
Debo say
NoHo.
shut.
Oh, sorry, you don't
Debo
know
say-
that song.
Debo say shut up. I shut up. But when he leave, I'll be talking again.
So, Eric, I want to ask you, Eric. If
Sorry,
there
it's your
was
after
one
party.
Particular, if there was one particular thing of the many absurdities that, of course, every Christian denomination has their absurdities, but yours has quite a few. Was there any one particular JW absurdity that sort of slapped you upside the head and said, well, "Wait a minute, this ain't right"?
When I was in or when I was out?
Oh, when you were like, I don't know. Maybe you
Halfway
accepted
out.
every single possible absurdity.
Yeah.
You just,
I mentioned it a little bit. I think I already mentioned when I was in, because the witnesses have a way just to shut down your critical thinking. So nothing really like stands out to you. It's very much like a system of trust where when somebody in authority tells you something, you just accept it uncritically. But on the other side, though, outside, yeah, there's a slew of things that I can look at and go, holy shit, that's bonkers. The no blood doctrine is one of them.
Blood transfusions.
Yeah, blood transfusions. Just the logical leap that they have to take to
That's
go
fucked
from
up shit.
just to go from that one scripture that says don't eat blood
Yeah, you can't
to
drink it. Yeah.
we should not be putting this in our bodies at all, even for life-saving medical treatments.
Like, could a hemophiliac or a hematologist become a Jehovah's Witness?
That's a good question. They would definitely pressure that person to get out of their profession. For instance,
I wouldn't tell them that at the first meeting. I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah,
Let's
I wouldn't either.
You ain't going home.
Lead them in.
Yeah.
But what if you had hemophilia? Like my brother-in-law, he's the director of a state hemophilia foundation. And what if a hemophilia patient went to a Jehovah's Witness open meeting and they decided, well, I want to learn to be a Jehovah's Witness, but I have hemophilia, I have to get blood transfusions.
Right.
How would that go? If say I was the hemophiliac and you're the Jehovah's Witness elder, and we're talking, what would you say to me?
Yeah, that's a good question because that is such an edge case.
I would guess the guy would say you don't have hemophilia.
Yeah, mind over matter. Have you tried praying harder?
Christian Science.
You tried not eating.
Yeah, try not eating. Yeah.
If I was an elder in that position and I had a hemophilia sufferer approach me at the congregation and say, I want to study more, I want to become a Jehovah's Witness, I think my first instinct would be to say, hey, you know what? Let's just shelve this issue for now, and we'll come back to it later. Right.
It's kind of
because you need to reel this person in first, and then hit them with the heavier, more distasteful parts of the doctrine. Yeah.
That's another question. Do you guys have stats and stuff like like notches in the gun and stuff, and you go into the Kingdom Hall and? I got like 7 people into the.
Yeah, there are definitely superstars so the witnesses are worldwide. They're mostly concentrated in the United States, and so region to region, you're gonna have like your superstars. So to kind of like paint the picture here, so the way the witnesses are organized across the United States are you have individual congregations. Those congregations make up districts. No, I take that back. Those congregations make up circuits, which make up districts, which make up regions. And so at different parts of the year, you'll have like the district convention, where it's a large event where all these congregations come and meet at a convention center to have a 3 or 4 day convention. They do the same thing for circuits and districts, and I think sometimes there's like a regional event. But you'll notice that your different districts, you will have your superstar witnesses are the ones that are always brought up onto a stage, interviewed, pat on the back, basically, essentially like a victory lap. I started 3 Bible studies and 2 of them came into the truth, and blah blah blah. So you'll definitely see the higher performers will be kind of put up onto a pedestal and all that. It's kind of like, it's actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of like those MLM meetings where they bring out their triple gold person who sold this much product and blah blah blah. That's basically the same thing.
And that's where the love bombing you were talking about is part of that too.
The love bombing comes in 2 forms. One is when you're brand new to the Kingdom Hall, which is what the church is called, the physical building, the Kingdom Hall. When you're brand new and people know that you're there because you're a potential Bible study of somebody else there, they will roll out the red carpet. They will show you what great people they are, how loving they are, how much they're concerned about you, and how engaged they are with you. And we call that love bombing. Well, they don't call it love bombing, we do. So that's kind of the first form of it. And then once you become baptized, that will cool off because it's got to be reserved for the next person that shows interest.
Of course you will. You're covered in water. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then if you develop and you become a high performer, then you will start getting a lot of like prestige and recognition in the congregation and also within the district. Like I said, that those district conventions are, if I remember correctly, they're like twice a year, one in the spring, one in the fall. And when I was in North Carolina, every district convention had the same set of people up there. It was the same set of people up there giving the interviews, same set of people giving their stories. It's kind of like the really high performers will bubble up to the top and stay there. Everyone else in the middle kind of gets lost, and then the low performers are just kind of ignored. But yeah, that's basically it. And then those people also get their fair share or their higher proportion of love from the congregation because they're such outstanding members and outstanding representatives of the organization. So when you're brand new or when you're super duper like high performer, that's kind of where the sweet spots are. In the middle, you're just rank and file and nobody cares. Yeah.
And then they started doing sorry.
I wanted to say hi to Neil, and good to be back.
Hey.
Mikey, good to see you. Congrats on the little one coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Eric, I wanted to ask a question.
Sure.
Were you, did you convert into the Jehovah's Witnesses, or were you born into it?
No,
I missed that part of the...
Yeah, I was born into it, unfortunately. My mom had converted about a year or 2 before I was born. And she, going against the rules, she dated and married my dad, who was not a witness, which is like a no-no. So I'm not sure how that worked out. But about a year after I was born, I think then my dad converted. My dad quit smoking when I was born and then converted into it. So yeah, I was essentially born into it. I never had any memories of not being in it. Never celebrated birthdays or holidays or anything like that. It was just my entire life until I was about 27.
And I'm sorry, I totally missed your interview because I was still working. When did you end up leaving?
27. I'm 41 now, so I left when I was 27. Yeah, it's about 14 years ago.
I'm glad you got out because
thank you.
It's not.
I'm glad you got your friends back.
Terrible.
That was awesome to hear.
It's a terrible.
Yeah, that was
terrible
really cool.
place to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it
my
is bad.
My grandmother was in that, and I think that's the reason she died, but because she wouldn't take any blood. I really do not have any love for the Jehovah's Witnesses.
That bothers me as a blood donor. It really fucking bothers me.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead, Jared.
I was going to say before I got my blood condition, I actually had my 5-gallon pen from donations.
Nice.
So,
Damn. Gallons.
I really don't. I really wish I could give now, but I can't because of the blood condition I have.
Yeah, I can't either.
But yeah,
I can barely get a blood test without passing out. So, I talk a big game, but if you bring that needle to my arm, like lights out.
There's a really disgusting, I think it was an Awake magazine that the witnesses put out. So because of the blood stance on blood transfusions, they've lost a lot of members, both young and old, because of their because of that position. But there's a really disgusting Awake magazine they put out where the front cover was nothing but pictures of children who died because of refusing blood, and they're basically parading these dead kids in their magazine as being upstanding examples for the rest of the witnesses. I'll pull it up, but yeah, it's a thing. Just disgusting.
You don't have to. We get you.
Yeah.
JR, I'm scheduled for my next blood donation the first week of March. That will be my 60th donation at a liter every time I go. That's almost 16 gallons, US gallons.
Don't let them do that all at once, Ollie.
Yeah.
Well, we only have to take separate trips.
The blood condition that I have makes me produce too much blood. All right. So in the last 6 weeks, I have donated 4 times. They have
that's in 6 weeks.
Unit off it
In 6
4
weeks.
times in 6 weeks.
Normal person's only allowed to go once every 58 days.
You're a fucking regular blood bank.
That's only here in Canada, by the way, Ollie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vampire would love me. Vampire would love me.
You can still donate, JR, but you'd have to donate for research purposes.
Medical research.
Yeah, they do research mine because what I have is rare. So they take it, research it. But I actually went into remission for about 4 months during the time that I was out and off. And I think because of the sepsis, that the infection I had that was in my body and finally made it to my brain. But it put me in remission, but then it come back. When it come back, it's actually worse than it was before. So we're having to try to find that sweet spot with the chemo pills that I take every day.
Right.
You hear that?
Yeah, it's tough. That's the way it goes. But I'm just happy to be here because
it's good to see you.
Well, glad you are here.
Yeah,
man. From April until now, it's been one heck of a ride. I mean, I had part of the leg amputated, then I got an infection. They worked with the infection. I got COVID, and then on top of COVID, then the last thing that happened was I had the sepsis, and it got into my brain.
Okay.
And when it got to my brain, it took me out like 3 times. They brought me back.
Oh wow!
I had to learn to eat again. Okay, I have memories that I have half.
I never have a problem eating.
Like a story. I have half a story, and I don't know the rest of it. This is what it's done to my brain. So it's a trip. So if somebody's on here and I was friends, and if I don't recognize you, don't be mad at me because I have a lot of memories that are gone.
Yeah, I haven't had anything wrong with me, and I still don't remember people, so don't feel too bad.
I don't even remember.
People be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi."
Hey, person.
Now, what you remembered me and Neil? Neil's name is written on there. Was it a good memory or a bad memory?
Oh, it had to be a horrible one.
Oh, right. He's like, there's no way I could figure out that Mikey motherfucker.
I knew I shouldn't have been nice to those 2 clowns.
Mikey, the last thing I remember was you were just about to get married.
Oh shit! That was right. At the cruise. That was right before.
He's divorced now.
Yeah, I remember the cruise. I remember you were going to go on the cruise.
I love you, baby. She's upstairs sleeping.
Like I said, I'm happy to be here. And, I'm glad you guys are.
You and fucking Swede have broken all the odds. I'll tell you that.
Word. Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, you really get a different outlook on life when you go through this stuff. I mean, I'm more
praise Jesus.
Happier.
Wait, what? Praise be to Jesus.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to try anything, but I've still got a lot of limits. But I'm trying.
Snow skiing.
Neil, behave. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
I did not. I know nothing.
I know nothing.
I might even try to put a Lego together. I don't know. It might not.
Oh,
Just one.
Just one.
I've
You need
stepped on
two Legos. You need two
I
Lego
stepped
to
on
put
a lot
them
of
together.
Legos.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how
Eric, what's your Twitter?
At Skept
My
and
Twitter?
Scound.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask a round the horn question?
But I will look at Eric's.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Hang
gonna
on, Ollie.
go and watch some of his videos and see what he's
I
talking.
don't have many, but I have a 25-minute one that kind of took off. That's kind of my crown jewel right now.
It's got a few, and they're quick and easy watches, except for the 25-minute one. The 25-minute one, I think, it's probably your best one, to be honest.
Well, thanks.
Yo, tame your hyenas, man.
Yeah,
Fucking Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn over here can't keep her
Like,
fucking hyenas under control.
Threw him a piece of meat.
Someone tried to call me
I told you
Harley
I'd be
Quinn as an insult the other day, and I was like, "You mean Margot Robbie, bitch?"
That's not an
Oh
insult.
God, no! Please
Yeah,
don't call me that.
seriously.
Yeah, Jesus. Iconic
Yeah.
sex symbol, Margot
Don't threaten
Robbie.
me with a
God.
good
You
time.
got me. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway,
I have a
think
Harley
it's
Quinn
Quinn
because
minifig.
hyenas. I think that was
I
the
lost
most
my
of
house
it.
during all this. Okay, so I lost my house. So I'm in an apartment. I just got this. I just moved in here. I've been here not even a month yet. And so if the dog, if you hear the dogs, they're next door. These walls are not very, sound.
Nah, it was just.
if you hear the dogs, they're right behind me.
And they're trying to eat each other.
Now
apparently.
mine will bark. Mine will go off, but he's pretty quiet most of the time.
Yeah, mine are assholes. So
Oh, and simply Secular Dave in the chat. It's called The Craggle. I don't know if you watched that documentary called The Lego Movie.
Yeah, that is
The
a
Craggle.
documentary.
Yeah. Real events, true story.
Oh yeah.
Now what good is glue if you can't sniff it, Dave? I mean, shoot, give me a break. I
know
kill a
what
few
you're
more
talking
brain cells.
Aside from sticking my own fingers together.
I go the quick route. See, I liquidize it and I just shoot it right up the nose like that. Right? So.
And you know what? When
All
the
right,
kid
it's
was
cocaine.
when the kid was younger, I mean, I stepped on a lot of her Legos, so that's a painful thing too. They should like
So
pad
sharp.
those Legos or something. I don't know. Make them squishy where when you step on them,
I got
they
a
don't
little
hurt.
Round edges.
a little pill box with some extra little Lego-y bits in there from the minifigure collections that I have.
Oh yeah, I got a whole tin full of just the extras that I get. Yeah. I usually, if I have a spare piece or two, I'll try to find like just a random spot, like a logical spot to put it on the model. But for the most part, sometimes you can't do that.
Carol, I appreciate it.
I have
but,
just bins of bulk that I've collected from other collections back here.
Yep.
Carol, I appreciate it. But I'm on the upside of this, and I'm not going to look back. I'm just going to keep, plugging forward.
Keep on going until you can't anymore.
There you
I
go.
got to get later, guys.
bye, Nitty.
Oh,
Good to
good,
meet you, Eric.
good to meet you, Nip.
Yep.
Good
Give
to
me
meet
you too.
you. All right, sir. All right.
I just picked this up.
I just got
It's the Tie Bomber.
Nice.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Love it. Wow, love it.
And this
That's
one
part of the
too, I
Star
got
Wars.
these together. Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, I got
Star
this one
Wars
too,
Figure
which is
Collection.
the ATTE. It's got all the clone guys and the clankers and shit. And then
Awesome.
it's got,
All right.
it came when you buy more than $200 or something at the Lego store or on the Lego site, you get like a little bonus gift set.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they re-released one of the Blacktron sets from the old Lego Space Series stuff.
Oh, nice. That has that classic
So I got
look
that
to
too.
it.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
I also got the
I
Galaxy
miss those.
Explorer a while ago.
I miss those classic sets, like the pirate, the castle set, the space set.
Oh man, that new castle set that they got for the
Yeah.
50th anniversary thing is fucking
Yeah.
badass. But it's $500, man.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna, if you guys humor me, I'm gonna switch cameras and I'm gonna show you the Legos that I got.
Nerds.
There we go. So I got.
Back to the pile.
So I got all those guys
Oh,
in the
nice.
closet. Get closer.
Basically the same metallic defense that Melissa.
AT-AT.
Yeah, AT-AT. That's the older Millennium Falcon. I'm huge into original trilogy ships. I'm not so much into the sequel trilogy.
Girlfriend drove down there.
Down here with the boxes at the Atari.
Oh, the Atari, sick.
Yeah, I just got that for Christmas. Star Destroyer.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have a whole pile of them. And then I got some. These are my last bits right here. I have some Overwatch ones. It's a video game.
Oh yeah. No, I know it is.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah, I like some of the pop culture stuff that they do. Like I got the Sesame Street one and Winnie the Pooh and Doctor Who and like some of those sets as well, which are really cool.
Yeah.
Who's got a TV going?
Somebody's got a TV loud, yeah.
What if he threatened there?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh, is it HQ? Yep, it's HQ.
Yep. It's like I think I know what episode you're watching, but all right, I just twisted up this sucker right here. So.
What? So you're going to take off and go smoke that instead of answer my round the horn question?
What? Well, what's your round the horn question? Maybe I'll have a better answer if I'm baked.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will.
Doubt it.
This is going to be kind of fun in a morbid sort of way.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
If you could choose your method of execution, how would you be killed?
Heroin.
See, this is maybe not a good question. I'm gonna think.
Why?
I thought it was a great question because, like, I'm trying to go out happy as fuck. That's all.
Heroin? No. Death by Snoo Snoo.
Snoo Snoo. My answer, death by Snoo Snoo.
Oh wow!
I dated someone that referred to
Future-
Snoo Snoo
Futurama,
so
Futurama,
often, and I
come
was
on,
just
man.
like, "Dog, you're an adult man. Come on, please."
I loved it.
I
It's like,
I think I'd like.
how do they-
That episode.
I think I'd like to go out like I
die.
did. Like I think I'd like to go out like I did because I don't remember a thing. I mean,
Yeah. See, this is people are gonna start answering real.
There's over a week I
answers.
don't remember. I mean, there's like a week that I don't remember.
Jim,
And then there's like
Jim
3 or
Bean,
4 days
Jim
that
Bean for me.
kind of get together. So
Jim, beam me up.
Yeah, Jim, beam me up. And
yeah,
Jameson too. Throw in Jameson whiskey.
You could just like load me up on morphine. I think that'd probably be okay too.
Yeah, that
like
would
I'm
be
just
good.
trying to do hella drugs on the way out.
Yeah, whatever we can do.
Like,
Die
Send me
with
to
a
the
smile.
stratosphere, and then I'll just bye.
morphine's good.
I think
That's what it's
when I was a kid, I would answer this question. Just push me from a plane. Like I'll enjoy skydiving for the first time, and then it'll just be over.
First and last time.
Yeah.
It was
Be
really
like a
fun
bug.
until it
Yeah,
wasn't.
we
would you
drove
enjoy
pizza.
it though?
It's not the fall that kills you. It's
That's
the
right.
landing.
Sudden stop. Sudden stop. Oh, yeah.
There's
Come
a lot
down and
of-
hit big
I think about
trampoline
this
and
way too
go
much.
back
Is
up.
what I'm realizing.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
Y'all are telling y'all now. Y'all are telling on yourselves.
Oh, I mean, you think I haven't told the internet this before?
I think
All of my
I-
humor is dark.
so, the way I'd want to go, I think, is probably. Well, I'd like to stick around for a little while because there's still some stuff I want to do. I got bucket list stuff and whatnot. But I think if I was to go, I'd want to go like during sex.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
So the Nelson Rockefeller route is the
Good.
way you
Yeah,
want to
just-
go
just
out.
like
Now, Neil,
sex.
think of
Oh,
the
of course.
girl. You have to think about the girl. I mean, what's she going to go through?
She's gonna go.
Here,
"Oh,
she'll be
well,
dead."
that was
Unless
quick.
unless you're doing it,
I
unless
was so
you're
good I killed
masturbating.
that guy.
You're
Well,
yeah.
masturbating, and then,
And she'll brag. What are you talking about? I killed him.
Nelson went out with a person who was not his wife, and
Talk
his
about
wife,
girl.
whose name was Happy, was not. So,
Wow.
I don't know. I think if it were, if you asked method of execution, it'd be fine. Firing squad would be fine as long as I had my hands free, so I could give them the finger while I was going.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Sorry, I'm trying to order dinner.
Sword to
Yes,
sword,
continue.
sword to sword
problem.
combat.
You'd
wanna
want
go-
to have somebody. You'd want to die in combat.
Sword to sword combat with
So
my arch
Midi-
nemesis.
Midianite children.
Oh,
Way
you
to
know
go.
what? Give me katanas. I'll do a katana fight.
All right.
Yeah.
Do it samurai
Shit,
style.
Fine.
It'll be
Oh,
quick
no.
and painless.
I don't think I'd
There you
want to do all the little cuts and nicks before the big one.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, that's actual execution.
Actually, that's probably the worst way to go. Is if you like had a duel and lost. Like how mad? Like if you lost a gun duel, that's okay. I lost. I'm dead. If you lose a
You
sword
don't even
fight,
know to say
you
that.
may not die for hours. You're just sitting there sulking, mad. It's just like, why didn't I block? Damn it!
How
Shit,
about
my stomach's on my shoe.
I
now.
knew he was gonna go left, right.
how
Damn
about
it.
a firing squad that's in a circle, and when right before they shoot, you just drop down. But I guess I wouldn't get killed, would I? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think you're dying in that situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't die in this. I guess that really isn't a good submission.
They'd probably
Pretty
always
sure-
get the ground.
Worst execution ever. Their boss is gonna be
ever.
fucking furious.
I'm pretty sure drawing and quartering would not be my favorite way to go because that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, no thank
King
you.
Henry VIII.
Nope. Same thing with keel hauling.
No,
Wouldn't
there's
wanna be
worse.
keel hauled.
Keel hauling. Yeah.
Keel hauling would not be very cool because I've had my legs ripped apart by barnacles and that's not good.
Oh man.
I was doing some brainstorming a couple days ago, well actually a couple weeks ago now, about so one of my future videos I want to do is on the topic of the cross itself, like how necessary was the cross, not the death part because the death is central to the teaching, but the cross itself as the method of death. How important is that? My research has indicated to me that the cross is actually itself not important. It wasn't foretold that he was going to die on a cross. It could have been any method of death.
Quite literally,
So-
nothing was foretold about him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry, but yeah, like
it's all after at post hoc.
Imagine if he was
rationalizations,
electrocuted.
very obvious.
Maybe wearing little electric chairs around their neck. Or...
Well,
That's
my
right.
idea is in an alternate universe, we have Christianity exactly the way it is, but just change the method of death to something absurd and silly, and see how. No, actually, even worse than that. And see and kind of present that to a Christian and go, would you still believe if Jesus died choking on a pretzel? Like everything else is the same.
Corn dog.
Everything else is the same. Everything.
Bro, my man said, "This is my
he died
body,"
Yeah.
and choked on it.
Yeah. Change Christianity, like with communion and stuff like
Jesus
that.
pretzels.
The Eucharist. Yeah.
Cannibal, like
Full of
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that
imagine
was
it
that
was
one that came to mind.
Call the phone.
That is one that came to mind. Another silly idea. Another silly idea I had was beaten to death by pool noodles. Like
imagine the insult I throw out probably 5 times a day. Imagine choking on a dick.
Yep.
Would they still worship?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
like-
yeah. What if that did happen? It's like, oh.
Yeah, like think about that though. Like imagine if Jesus was
rather not.
beaten to death by pool noodles.
All
and everything else
those
is the
priest
same.
incidents with little boys would make more sense if it was choking on a dick.
But imagine Jehovah's Witness coming to your door to tell you about Jesus and how he died being beaten to death by pool noodles and how that saves you from your sins.
Everybody would
Like
put
how effective
I'd
would
Right,
that
we'll
be?
put pool
I'd like
noodles
the
on their
history
chains.
of pools in ancient Judea. Can someone fill me in?
How you'd
Like,
be laughing nonstop. I mean,
in the
lived-
universe.
2 houses from a Latter-day Saint church, and I am dying for them to come to my door.
Yeah.
oh,
I'm waiting for witnesses to come to my door. So I
same
can tell
here.
them not one.
Same here.
Dismantle
Like,
them.
do you want to talk about the Bible? Yes, I do.
Come right on.
Yes,
in.
I do.
That's
Come
what
on
I
in.
That's what I was going to tell Eric earlier. When I was a Christian a long time ago, and I was a Bible teacher, a preacher, and all that, I would invite Jehovah's Witnesses in.
Yep.
They came to my door. They wish they never came. I mean, we were in there for like 2 hours, and I would ask them pointed questions. You know, and
Even
then,
Queen, you could invite them in for a cup of coffee if you're talking about.
unless they were
LDS
Mormon.
people.
Mormon
Here you
No,
go.
I'll invite them in, and then I'll have like a cocktail at quite literally any hour. I don't care what the hour is.
5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock
exactly.
somewhere. That's right. Yep.
And then like I could talk about the Bible probably for 24 hours straight at this point. Just someone give me the microphone.
Oh yeah.
So like
yeah.
come on inside. You're gonna regret it.
Yeah,
But, like-
wish you never came in.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, Scott. I've definitely been invited into a few houses by a wide range of people who are
Mhm.
very educated and competent with the Bible, like you obviously are, or
Mhm, yep.
other end of the spectrum, people literally claiming to be Jesus. Like we've
Oh.
had the whole gamut
Mhm.
of from crazy to competent.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've seen a bunch of things.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I think I've met Jesus 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've met a few Jesuses.
Yeah,
I've definitely met Jesus several times because I live in
Jesus,
California.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So,
He's great.
Sabrina, I found something for you. It's just great.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll get it for your next
Your mic
birthday.
sounds
so you
weird
have
now.
that up on your wall. My mic does?
Hers
Perfect.
There you go.
Mine-
Did you turn it or something?
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I
Like,
just
it got like
Yeah.
speakerphone volume. Yeah, like speakerphone
Mhm.
sounding all weird,
weird.
empty.
Yeah, perfect. Send it to me.
What's your birthday?
May 13th.
Oh no.
Coming up. Coming up.
What do you mean? Oh no.
Oh no.
Are you also
What's
a
yours
maid
name?
child?
Just remembered you're alive.
Yep. No, I'm actually not. I just came back to haunt your ass.
No.
I came back from the grave, baby.
Stop doing that.
No, I won't.
Why won't you stay down?
Wooden
He says while
stake
using the
went.
shovel. Stay down.
Get in
Never.
your hole. You're
No,
too
dude.
good for
If
your
there's
hole.
any afterlife, good luck.
You're in trouble,
'cause I will
Mikey.
be back petty as fuck to everyone.
Oh, if you could come back to like curse somebody, what would you curse them with as like a ghost?
Like,
Oh, that's
I-
way more serious.
Like
No,
Montezuma's Revenge.
Like
except for that, I would just be so annoying. Like, I would pick.
yeah, what
just,
petty
like,
annoying thing would you do to them?
incredibly, like popcorn kernels in their teeth that they cannot get out.
There you go.
That's
Oh,
a good
right
one.
in the gum line.
That's a
Like,
good
like-
one. That is a
Oh.
good one.
I mean,
Like
like,
when you eat a corn chip just right and it goes like way up in there.
oh.
Yeah.
yep. Or like when you have a hangnail that you cannot get rid of, no matter what you fucking do.
It just tears your
Or-
whole skin off.
Yep. If you
up to the
like
shoulder.
Heebie-jeebies
get, like,
now.
Yeah.
athlete's foot and like you like move your foot wrong and something tears,
Oh.
How
that
about
was me, bitch.
That's
how
a gym
about
rat thing.
food? How about food that when you eat it, it always tears at the roof of your mouth?
Oh, no
All
matter
you
what
can,
it
burns
all
is.
you
it
can
like
eat,
a
no
hot
matter
pocket.
what. Yeah, a hot
Oh,
pocket.
You need a popsicle and still burn the roof of your mouth.
Yeah,
like
still
a hot
burn it,
pocket.
yeah.
Every time you're
Cereal
eating
in the
something,
Freezer burn.
every time you're eating something soft and gooey, there's a hard, crunchy thing inside of it.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Stop!
That's what I
Stop!
would do.
You've gone too
Something-
far.
That would make me
That's
throw
what I
up.
would
Too
do.
far.
That would be a
That's
peach.
So every
sorry,
time you
Oh, wait,
every
yeah,
time
I
you're
would
really,
do-
really upset and you're leaving a room, your shirt gets stuck on the door handle.
I would
Yeah.
put
That
like,
happens to
put-
me every time, anyways.
Yeah, it happens
That
to me
happens
too,
to
and
me
I'm like,
too,
I will
yeah.
burn this bitch to the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
I would
why-
put
yeah.
I with any fruit that they ate, I would put a pit in it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
having a pit in
Yeah,
it,
thanks. Yeah, thanks.
that's
I
great.
just had a banana.
Yeah, raisins with
pit.
pits. Thank you.
Raisins with pit.
bananas?
Yeah.
now, sorry, I like
Raisins with
bananas, but also their texture.
There'd
like,
be no raisin.
It's hard for me to. I don't know.
You see, they're perfectly made for people's hands. That's why that God created them.
For hands.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's
That's one
Mr.
thing.
Mr. Ray Comfort.
Plantain, anyone?
Banana man.
I got to play Ray Comfort on a video on Surus's channel. I think it
Oh,
was,
that'd
it
be
was
cool. I like
Apologist
Cirrus.
Jeopardy or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, Chris good people.
I
And
would
I got to
curse
be
someone
Ray
with-
Comfort
Oh,
on there.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the cartoon that let's see, Paula Gia and Shannon were in it, Aaron Ra, I think John, a godless engineer. They made a God Jesus cartoon. It was
That was a while ago.
It's hilarious. Yeah, a long time. It was hilarious. Paul and Shannon played Adam and Eve, and their little
Sounds
fig
good.
leaves had the Canadian flag, symbol on it.
Maple leaves.
Yeah,
Dude,
maple
Shannon
leaves.
as Shannon.
Come on, dog.
It is hilarious. If you can-
Dude,
Uh,
Shannon as Eve is the funniest shit I could ever think.
yeah, yeah. It's if you can find it. I
Oh, fucking snake talking.
yeah.
Uh,
Mhm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I can imagine Shannon psychoanalyzing the snake.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
no,
wrong
about the
with you,
fruit. Tell me
Snake?
about you.
Shannon's funny.
What led you to
Snake,
what led
talk
you to
right
this?
to me.
Yeah.
I hung out with her at Better too. That was priceless.
Shannon's awesome.
She is a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Yeah,
riot.
she's
I still
quite
haven't
something.
washed my leather jacket.
So
She
Oh,
spilled wine all over.
what got me to actually create this channel that I
Yeah.
just started was Apologia about 2.5 months ago. He had a Patreon only what we're doing right now, just a Patreon only live stream where it was just the Patreon donators that had access. And I spent like an hour and a half with them. And then afterwards, Shannon in the following live stream, I stopped by to say hi, and Shannon was like, "Yeah, we had a really good time talking to you. You should like start a channel." And I was like, maybe I should. So, and that's actually what led me to do it. So you can actually thank her for giving me the motivation to
fucking
do
Oh,
this.
that's great.
Thank you, Shannon.
I mean, I look back like Paul,
Temptress.
the people that really turned me around. I mean, Matt Dillahunty, Aaron Raw, Seth Andrews, Paula Gia, Shannon, so many people, and
Neil the Circle for it.
and I found Neil. I found you like I think about a year ago, and I loved watching the stories and everything, and seeing that there were people just like me. You know, I mean, I knew there was lots of people that walked
did you
away.
come on yet?
No, he's on the 2nd of February. He's going to be on.
Oh, then save some deets, man. Keep some secrets. Don't let them
That's
know
right.
all-
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, save the sauce, man. You pouring the episode
Dangling all this shit out.
He already
Yeah.
spilled it. He already spilled that tea.
Yeah,
Spoiler
I
alert.
got to hold back. I got to hold back.
Spoiler alert. He's an atheist.
Yep.
At the end of the episode,
Yeah. Working on 3 years, and but I might have been one sooner than I thought, you know. But yeah, I'll get into all that. But no, I love our YouTube community. I mean, it's great. I mean, it really brings a lot of support, you know. Yeah.
Neil, you sort of jumped out of religion, or maybe never had any. Am I reading right here?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, my story is actually one of the April 1st shows that we did. We kind of fooled everybody, and Randolph came on and interviewed me on the show for the April 1st thing, and I told my story there. It's a little bit different, I'd say, from a lot, because I was born to Christians, well, Catholics specifically,
right?
But they were young.
Raised in a Jewish,
they were young and unmarried, so I was put up for adoption and raised in a Jewish home. So I grew up in Judaism, but I never really. I remember being young, and even then, I'm like, none of this makes fucking sense. Even being a kid, and at Hebrew school, I got put out in the hallway often because I asked too many questions they couldn't answer. Right? How the fuck did Noah get all those? How did the sloths from South America get over to the Ark?
They left early. Stop
what?
asking questions.
He would have had to give them,
Jesus.
he would have told them. Yeah, he would have had to tell them like 6 years ahead.
They
of time,
rode on the
'cause they
dinosaurs.
They
Please,
literally move, in about an hour they can go 6 feet.
Yeah,
so
that sounds like me, to be honest.
And what about the kangaroos? The kangaroos that went back to Australia.
I learned.
I mean, it was just
Excellent
striking me.
swimmers.
It was
It was
just
striking me
Pangea.
that-
It was all one continent, so it was fine.
Pangea?
I learned that.
It was-
I learned.
Many,
Hey
many
guys,
times.
take it from me. I learned from I learned from Eric Hovind that the kangaroos jumped on logs from fallen trees back to Australia.
Oh!
Ken Ham
That's it.
wrote that. Ken Ham wrote that in his book. Paula Gia talked about that. He said he was still a Christian, still a Mennonite.
Yeah.
And he was reading that, and when he read that, he said he closed the
Still
book.
Mennonite.
It fell on the floor.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It just struck me that several folk in the room are basically have a deconversion story that is later in life, and mine was quite early, and sounds like yours was as well. It's just this doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Right? Exactly. But I did
feels
go
like with
I did
Neil-
go into the paganism stuff as well. I was Wiccan. I called myself a druid for a while. For fuck's sakes!
Of course you did.
I-
Neil,
It's
it
on
feels like
brand,
with you,
Neil.
you
That's
had-
on brand.
Neil
like
Gray.
equal force. Yeah, like equal force pulling you two directions, and it just kind of kept you stationary. Kind
Right,
of
yeah.
what it
I mean,
feels like.
I
Yeah.
left
have a
you
question.
I
early,
sort of
but
went into the
I went back a
spiritualist
couple of
realm,
times.
you know, that kind of thing. You know,
Mhm.
that's just sort of the I guess pantheism would I sort of moved in that. I read a whole bunch of shit about, you know,
I have a question for
which
all
was
of you.
good because I learned a whole bunch of fun stories, and then
Too
I
bad,
finally came to
Mikey.
the realization they're all just fun stories.
I have a question for all of you. Were any of you there when the ark loaded up the animals? Because if you
I
weren't,
was.
you're
I look really
speaking
good for
from
my age, but
hearsay
yeah.
evidence, Your Honor, and you can't. That is not admissible.
I was working. I was working.
Yeah, I was at work that day.
I was one of the ushers.
Yeah.
I-
Yep, this way.
Mr. Mrs.
I was
Giraffe,
shoveling the
Follow the
shit.
line. Follow the line.
watch your head.
Follow the line.
I said, you want me to get the tigers? Great. That's fantastic.
It's fucking wild
Dear
to
kitty,
me that I
kitty.
believed this shit for as long as I did. Like, really,
I know.
it is wild.
Yeah,
Because
Dude,
I
if you go to
okay,
the
this is
zoo
not-
Mhm.
and look at a lion, and then the lion walked on that bitch. I'm like, and
Nope.
everyone stayed on the boat. I'm
yeah, I
out
would have
this
just dove into the
motherfucker.
sea. Bye.
I'm
This sounds like a more
drowning.
pleasant way to go.
I'm not getting eaten by that thing. What the fuck?
And what gets me is that what Christians don't know is the story, the flood story is a Babylonian tale. The Epic of Gilgamesh precedes the Bible by centuries. I can't.
And there are other
believe-
flood stories that are identical
Yeah.
too.
I was reading.
I mean, we
Spoiler alert.
mostly have copies of that from like the Neo-Assyrian period, I think. But yes, effectively, like everybody believes it outdates
And
that.
I can't believe Christians are not alarmed by that. That was one of the.
They
things.
don't know. They don't
Right,
know.
They don't understand.
Like,
They
no,
don't
like
care.
I'm so
They
it's
haven't
not
heard
even they
it.
don't care. They don't know. Like
They
I
haven't
grew
heard
up fundamentalist evangelical, and I'm applying to grad school for Assyriology. So like that's
Mhm.
where we're at now,
Oh,
right? But
wow.
like it's not that they don't care. I mean, they probably wouldn't care even if they knew.
Right.
But like their entire worldview. So I guess
Mhm.
let me see how to think of this. Nobody comes to religion, or at least very few people come to religion when their life is like going so great, and because they're like very, very intelligent, high functioning,
Right.
well-rounded, well-adjusted people, right? Like nobody is
So
coming
not
to
me.
religion, or me for that
Not
matter.
me,
Like
yeah.
unhinged, bitch. But like, no, like, but you know what I mean? Like no one is finding faith when they're doing incredibly well because they're well-adjusted and well-educated and yada
Right.
yada yada.
And
That's
I
how
can,
people find
I
their
can
way out of
like,
faith.
when I became a Christian in 1987, I mean, I don't remember walking down the aisle and saying, "Now, before I received Jesus, do you have good evidence for God and Jesus and
Right, but
resurrection?"
here
I
is an
didn't ask any
argument.
of that.
Here is an argument for better education, right?
Mhm.
Because I went to a private Christian school for 3 years, my middle school years, but I went to public high school and I went to public elementary school. So I
Mhm.
kind of got the broad experience. And the history you learn is so very, very limited. So growing up in the
Right.
church, being taught the Bible is a historical narrative, the earth is 6,000 years old, like yada, yada, yada.
What's the problem?
Big problem. But the other problem is
agree.
that like there's no place in public education where I'm really learning about actually ancient history.
Exactly.
Right. So then there's no like questions, like it's not even a thought in my head because it's just like this is what I'm being indoctrinated in. I'm
Mhm.
not having it like sort of challenged in any way in my schooling.
Right.
And it really wasn't until much, much later, like when I actually started to deconvert and do my own kind of like scholastic research, that I realized just how much history there was that's like easy to document, easy to find proof for prior to,
Mhm.
you know, the like Stele of Merneptah, which is the first place we see Israel mentioned at all, right?
Mhm.
Like thousands of years before that. And so it's like, I'm not defending Christians. I don't think they would care even if they knew. They'd find a way to like rationalize it. But like
Right.
a lot of people just don't even know. They just don't like. It's just not common sort of knowledge, unfortunately.
Oh yes, that's
Should
the way. A lot of people that I know that are still a part of my church. I mean, I could talk to them about historical things like this. Their eyes glaze over immediately. They go, no, I just go by the Bible. Whatever the Bible says, that's it.
Yeah, people like intellectual
Yeah,
ease.
Yeah.
I would have just ignored it or told you no, that they dated it wrong. They copied that from the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. You say we need better
Fake
education,
news.
but that's why fundamentalist Christians, that's why the Christian nationalists in the United States, anyway, are trying to decimate public education.
Oh, yeah.
As bad as it is,
Mhm.
currently, I fortunately had a very, very good public education because of the town I grew up in. It was a pretty wealthy white suburb of the city of Boston, and a whole bunch of professors from MIT and Harvard lived there, and they didn't want their kids learning bullshit. So on account of that, we had a pretty good public school system. But that's the antithesis of the kind of public education that Christian nationalists want to see. They don't want to see any kind of diversity. They don't want to see any kind of fact-based teaching of history or of different faiths or anything else. They just want they want to be able to have the monopoly on minds, hearts.
Well,
and
y'all
minds.
know that for the 3 years that I was in middle school, I went to a private Christian school. It was basically independent study. You did workbooks, you worked by yourself, and it was all curriculum that was created by Baptists in the South in like the 70s. So like, and this is not a joke. There's a New York Times article about this. I can show y'all. My science textbook said that the evidence that evolution was false. Y'all ready? The Loch Ness Monster existed. I'm not fucking joking. Like, dead ass. That was the argument. And like, there's full on like a New York Times article about it. Like, that is real. They're saying like Nessie is a dinosaur, therefore evolution isn't real. It's just things, stuff, whatever. Like, we
were taught in I think it was freshman biology in high school. We were introduced to genetics by actually experimenting with fruit flies. We all had, we counted the fruit flies with the white eyes and the red eyes and all of that stuff. So it's like with wings, no wings. Yeah, I mean it's
extra legs.
And this is the kind of stuff that they don't want. You certainly can appreciate. You certainly can appreciate as a child what's before your eyes when you are given the chance to play around with this stuff. And it's really hard to go back to a view that God created the fruit fly to diverge in these multiple ways.
I think
I mean, we weren't looking at their chromosomes, but we were looking at the results of we were taught about Mendel and natural selection that way. I mean, it's just Jesus, and they don't want to teach that stuff.
It's not Jesus, though.
Ridiculous.
I think that's the biggest. That's the biggest risk to us backsliding on the progress we've made in this country, because Christianity is on the decline, non-religiosity is ascending, and those are great trajectories to be on. I think the biggest risk to that progress and us backtracking, going the opposite direction, is one Stephanie mentioned, the attack on our nation's
it's that we're all beholden to a radical faction that has the power in government.
That's a huge problem too. But specifically with the religiosity in the country, it's poisoning our current public schools. And then you have like Ken Ham with his followers being the number one homeschooling source of material in the country. It's like, and on top of that, the disproportionate amount we're reproducing, Southern Christians tend to reproduce more than, Northern non-believers. So like, I'm fearing, I don't know if this is going to be the case or not, but I'm fearing that progress can either be stifled or reversed with these types of things being the way they are.
So anyway, how do y'all want to go out, hypothetically?
Sorry. What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Firing
We're-
squad, as long as they can do this.
We're on the edge. Hey, hold on. Everybody, hold on. We're really on the edge. We're really on the edge of terms of service. Can we please change the subject?
Sorry, yes.
We're really on the verge of terms of service.
Sorry. By out, I just mean of this chat room. That's all.
Oh.
We'll just move on. We won't even
Out of my
address it. It never
house.
happened.
No.
Never happened. No
I
idea. what you're
didn't
talking
even
about.
hear the question because I was looking up the meaning of something, so I didn't even hear the question.
I was just gonna say, when I was in school, they never taught us anything about evolution. It was not even in our textbooks.
Same
I
here.
didn't,
Same
I
here.
didn't
Yeah.
really know anything about it
Oh,
until
shit.
after I got out, and then I had to learn it all. I'm like,
We had to get the permission slip.
Yeah, I
Really?
grew-
Sex
yeah.
ed in school, and it was like, "Can your child watch this movie?" It was like, "What am I going to do? Sit in the fucking hallway like a nerd? Like I'm already a nerd. Like just please."
Make
But you
me
know what? When
nerdier.
yeah, God, it's hard to get nerdier than I am if we're being real, but that's besides the point. In sex ed, or not in sex ed, in health, we watched a video that showed like the crowning of a baby just like suddenly, and I was like, that was the moment that I was like, I'm never having kids. Not doing it. My mind has
I said
not
the same
wavered
thing, and
once
then I realized,
since.
wait, I
Not
can't really do
once.
that.
And then they gave me that stupid baby that cries randomly, and I was like, I already told you I'm not having kids. Like, just let me sleep through the night.
Health
Can I
class
do
was
the
not a thing in
Fuck
my.
them kids.
There are other things that made up for it, but health class was definitely not a thing when I was in school in the 60s. It was a big thing. Don't say anything
Health
about
class.
that.
And it was like every time, I mean, obviously,
had sex
I
ed
was in
in
high
grade
school in the
6 or 7.
2000s, but
Yeah.
even then, it was just like a
Social
bunch of
studies.
like 15-year-old boys laughing at the word penis. And then me being like, why do I have to have this baby? Like, I don't want it.
I'm 56 and still laugh at the word penis.
Me
It wasn't
too.
penis that we laughed at. It was gonads.
Listen, I will forever and ever make 69 jokes. Forever. At any given opportunity.
Can you make
Nice.
69 jokes though?
Nards. Yeah.
I've often heard it said, if you can't do 69, just do 68 and tell them you have to owe them one.
They owe me one.
What about 71?
Colin?
That's 69.
71,
That's two fingers up your ass.
Yeah, that's good. Over the limit. Over the limit. Yeah. But anyway.
I mean, if that's how you like it, then okay. You know?
Not here to shame you.
How does
Yeah.
this not violate the terms of service?
Only if it's
Oddly-
Counting numbers, Eric.
Oddly,
Come on.
it doesn't. Oddly, it doesn't. Sex
Yeah.
stuff is fine. Unaliving yourself
Yeah.
is
Oh
not.
man.
Yeah,
Honestly,
man.
sorry, Eric, you
Yeah.
don't know me at all. I wish I could say this is not who I am.
Don't know.
But it
It's
is.
okay.
But
Lies.
Who you are.
Lies.
Come on.
Fucking lying her ass off,
Believer.
that's why.
See, the question.
I
the
said I
question
wanted
is
to
that-
say it's
yeah.
not who I am, but it is.
I said I
She's
wanted
always
to
this
lie.
awesome.
I am
said I
always
Your
this
finger-
awesome. It's true.
Her fingers.
She
or
is, after
somebody
all, the
else's.
heathen queen.
I didn't give
Hopefully
myself
hers.
that name.
Living up to the name.
I didn't give myself that name.
If it's somebody else, I'm like, what are you doing in my room? Well, I'm doing this.
It's
Yes,
called
you
The
worship.
Stranger, Neil. It's called The Stranger.
If
Well, that's
this
when you
was
sit
you
on your
always witness
hand.
me.
It goes numb, and then
Yep.
you jack off with that. And
You sure do.
Heathen
If
Queen,
this was-
I just
You know what's even
subscribed to your
better?
channel. I just subscribed
Sorry.
to your channel.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know you had a channel.
I have
just
a-
want to let
She
you know.
doesn't. She doesn't.
Thank you.
her TikTok's phenomenal too.
My TikTok is thank you. I wasn't gonna say phenomenal,
It's not
but
hers.
it exists.
She looks like
Using
the
big
girl.
words.
She looks like the girl who makes the TikToks. And she
You know
Why is
what's
it
so
breaking
funny?
down such a big word.
Saying
You
that
know
she
what's
got this
so
TikTok.
funny is that I made a
Yeah.
video and like
Uh-huh.
it got mass reported. It wasn't anything bad. It got taken down, so I remade it.
Huh.
And then I had appealed the other videos. So at some point, both of them were up. And then like people were coming into my comments like, "You're copying another creator." Like that creator is me. That creator is also
You
me.
didn't see
You're the one that made it.
similarity?
They're right next
Hey,
to
look.
each other. We're both me. Like
Hey, look, if you want to give me false hope,
It's
you
my
can
twin.
subscribe to my channel too. But
Yeah,
you know,
hey.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, Stephanie. I didn't. Okay, I didn't know. I need to.
Yeah, Stephanie.
I only have there are exactly, let's see, at this point 3 videos up on my channel.
Everybody,
One of them is me. One of them is me preaching to a Methodist congregation, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
everybody,
Yeah, that's a good
everybody, put
Pretty
your
fun.
stuff in the chat. Everybody, follow each other. You should be doing this already,
Yeah, I mean,
but
so-
sometimes you
Yes,
need a little
Dad.
encouragement. So everybody,
Yeah.
Thank you,
go-
Mike.
How we
You're
grow
you're
the
gonna-
community, people.
Yeah, you're gonna
Okay.
sub to
Yeah.
about 15 channels right now. So get a second tab cooking. And just
I have
get
4
ready to start
channels.
subbing.
The funnier part is if you subscribe to my TikTok, you'll be like, what a menace. And then if you subscribe to my YouTube, you'll be like, she's actually kind of smart. Yeah. And there's not a lot of in between.
You can
like,
be
I'm
a
either
smart menace.
terrorizing people or I'm interviewing scholars. That's it.
Also, now I'm hoping to do a channel in the future. I got to work on learning video technology. I'm really a newbie.
If only there was someone who knew how to do all that stuff.
On.
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey,
Off.
you want to come help me?
On off. Well, okay.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Mikey's always for hire.
Yeah, I've got that. It's called video.
He's easy, but he's not cheap.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll hire.
Oh, no,
hire,
he's
hire
cheap.
Mikey.
Oh, that's what I meant. He's cheap. That's right.
He's cheap and easy?
Yeah, there you go.
Hot and ready, $5.
$5. $5. I mean, I love his hoodie. His hoodie makes a statement. It's really.
I mean,
making a
his hoodie
statement.
says $1.99 at Safeway.
Okay, that's Safeway. Hold on.
I love
That
you,
shows
Mikey.
how little you know about. If you paid $1.99 for a pack of ramen, somebody got your
At
ass.
Safeway.
Somebody went, I made an extra
At
buck.
Safeway.
Yeah, someone made
Yeah.
$2 off of your $1 purchase like that. Like there's
Exactly.
I specifically
so-
said at Safeway for a reason.
So,
Oh, yeah, Safeway's kind of the
you're a
pricey one.
little bit out on the West Coast.
Also, I live in the Bay Area, so like everything's overpriced here. But
Oh,
also,
for
I said
sure,
Safeway
okay.
on purpose.
You can get real
West
ramen
Coast.
in
I'm in-
California.
You can. Yeah, and it's fucking good.
It is
snow-covered
amazing.
Ohio, frozen Ohio. But I grew up in Georgia.
Go Buckeyes.
Yeah, Buckeyes. Yeah, they were 1 point away. They got
I have
rid-
no idea how they're doing. I just dated a girl who went to Ohio State, and I like
Yeah,
them.
Columbus. Yeah.
Sick.
I wrote songs for her.
Oh my
I
god.
was young.
Oh, was it Ohio is for lovers?
Eric,
I actually went and
That
saw
is
them.
The Commonwealth. of
I'm actually
Vir-
jealous.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
I bet it was.
It was so
Yeah.
fun.
My fucking
Speaking
high
of-
school ass emo heart is all about that.
Ohio is for swingers, not lovers.
All right, so hold on. I want to show something, but Eric,
Wrong.
is it okay if I show these maps?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
the D&D maps, huh?
I'm very proud of them.
Yeah,
Oh yes, please.
like check this shit out.
The only thing I know
Okay.
about D&D is that I'm chaotic neutral. That's it.
No, you're not.
So
What am I then? Chaotic evil?
Yes.
Right.
No, you're lawful evil. Lawful evil.
Storm Steel, like,
Yeah.
and I'm reading like some of
Oh.
these, and the names and stuff. Like, how do you fucking guys even think up these names?
So I was inspired. The names are a lot of pop culture I baked into these names. So that very top map is the entire continent. It's about 3,000 kilometers wide.
Okay.
So that's the entire world right there. And then every map underneath it is like a zoomed in section of the
Let's see
maps.
if I can figure this out here. Let's see.
Yeah.
There. Okay. So. Okay.
Oh,
I see.
you're right, Mikey. I am lawful evil. God damn it.
Told you. I
fucked.
wasn't even
Yeah.
being a dick. I was
Nope,
right.
You're right.
Everyone assumes that I'm joking about them when I just say things.
Well, I'm always joking when I say things,
Otter Watch.
You're right.
but you're right.
We have a
You're
4-win
you're right.
brewery.
You're both right.
I put Otter Watch in there for my wife because she's a huge fan of otters.
Otters are
Who's-
fucking
Who is
adorable.
not a fan of otters? If you hate
Yeah.
otters, you get the fuck out of this stream.
You're
They are
what is the
gorgeous.
worst? What is the worst version of alignment? That's what you are if you don't like otters.
Yeah.
They constantly come up the river here, so we have them all crawling around.
That's what they do.
that's
Quite
so
Oh man, gotta come and see that.
often. So Lake Lothal.
It's like
yeah, like,
swimming long socks.
Yeah,
these are really
Lothal,
cool, dude.
That's
Like,
from Star Wars Rebels.
Oh,
A lot
that's
of this
amazing.
came. A
Oh,
lot of this came
yeah.
from an old video game called Xenogears. Actually, no, Xenogears
my
and Ghost in the
goodness.
Shell on this one.
I love
Ghost
Ghost in the
Shell.
Shell.
Yeah,
good series too.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really cool stuff, dude. You did really well.
yeah.
I watched
they-
Ghost in the Shell and Akira for the first time on a weekend. I had
Akira
the
is
best.
fucking awesome.
I had the best weekend of any weeb ever. It was so good.
Mhm.
Ghost in the Shell is great. This map here, that one there with the island, that was inspired by Castlevania. This
Oh,
was
cool.
inspired. This was inspired by the movie Inside Out because you got all the towers of emotions.
Oh yeah.
I'm really proud of this one.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'm really proud of this one because right in the middle there, at the very, very top of that volcano, I have a spot called Virgin's End.
Oh my!
To sacrifice virgins.
Shit. Well, Tower of Disgust. That's where I live.
Yes.
Sleuth Isles.
This was all Hercule Poirot, the BBC. Well, it's Agatha Christie, but also BBC. So this is all Temple of Jap, Hercule, Hastings. That's all from that TV show.
Neat.
Yeah.
The Devouring Hills.
Yeah. Once I got rolling, each one of these maps took me about 2 or 3 days. Like sizing all the trees. Like each of these trees are like sized individually. They're all placed one by one. Like everything is very deliberately put. Like I didn't just say generate me a forest and it gives you a forest. It's every tree was placed, every tree was sized, everything was hand drawn. This is using a product called Ink Carnet. I think it's linked in the
very clever.
in the post. I'll put it in the actual public chat so everybody can see. But yeah, it's a free product. You can log on. You can start creating maps. It's really great. It's a fun product to use.
You should you have to talk to John. I'm sad Jonathan's not here. Jonathan's our DM for our atheist aligned D&D group we do on Sundays.
Oh, nice.
So me, him, student Dr. Ben, Aisla, the whole gang's there.
Okay, I just took my night medicine, so I'm gonna get out of here before I start drooling and fall out of here.
Oh no,
Eric, it's good meeting you. And
good meeting you, JR. Yes, good meeting you.
Later, JR.
All right.
So,
See you,
like
brother.
I said, it's good to be back,
my brother.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Well, I'm bringing this to a close anyways because I like to have the after parties about an hour and a half long. So
yeah,
we're going to be bringing this to an end here shortly, anyways. But be well, my friend. And then disappear before I tell you.
Goodbye. He said his goodbyes. You heard him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm good."
It's better than me. I Irish goodbye. I just sort of
not there anymore.
Yeah, you just sort of dip and then bye.
I mean,
McKinnon does that too. He'll be like mid sentence, and then he's like, he'll be in here, and he goes, "Yeah." So, anyways, and
then
Eric, are you trying to put your link in the public chat there?
He does that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So
I make
funny.
no apologies. I am Irish. My Irish goodbye. Like sometimes I just don't want to be there anymore, and you know what?
It sounds like a real y'all problem.
Heathen Queen died for our sins.
Hey.
Hey,
hey,
oh shit! Sorry,
Eric,
Bree.
your
Am I
link didn't
supposed
work
to?
there in the private chat. Were you trying to actually put your link in the private?
I did. I think it just filtered out the URL. So if anybody in the chat wants to see my maps, I will post them on Twitter tonight. Just go ahead and follow me on Twitter.
I just posted
not my
the
way.
link for you.
When I do the thank you tweet, you can dump it there.
The link I just posted will work for you.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Bree.
Thanks, Ollie. Appreciate it.
He's a mod, so
yeah, I think it filters out URLs from non-mods, non-members.
Bree, if you still want me to come on your channel on Sunday, message me.
Oh,
I think I
speaking of
can.
which, I should do that.
Totally forgot about that, but sorry, just remembered.
way to go.
Yeah, I know I'm the best. You
Totally
know what? My
meant to be
ADHD meds, they do help me focus, but not necessarily on the thing that needs to get done. So I do be focusing on some random shit. But in any event.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new member.
And
he's actually the guest for tonight's show.
Who is that?
Thank you very much, Neil.
It is our guest. Yes, our guest.
Yeah, thanks, dude. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
And-
thanks, man. I had a really good time.
Who?
I'm glad you did, man. I always try to
Loser. Ignore him.
Sorry.
How does she
That
keep
guy.
getting in
Dave's
here?
not here, man. Dave's not here.
I don't know who lets
It's
me
a
in,
whole thing.
honestly. Like y'all know I'm a menace already, so
I'm not responsible this time.
In the whole back to the Lego thing, before I just wanted to show you one of my favorite anime minifigures that I have. It's Luffy in fourth gear. When he goes into fourth gear and he becomes Bounce Man. That's Luffy.
I every once in a while touch One Piece just to kind of see where it's at. I was super into it like 15 years ago.
Oh, dude, they're in the Wano. They're in the Wano arc now.
I heard the creator said I'm about halfway through the story. I'm like, oh my god, I want to be like a 70-year-old man.
100 years old.
Finish this.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I really dig it though.
By the way, I'm not blurry. There's just that much smoke between me and the camera.
Crack a window. The dog. Ollie, crack a window.
Ollie,
The dog is
you're
in
gonna
there.
set off you're gonna have the fire department over.
Oh, you're gonna set off
Come
my
on.
fire alarm for fuck's sakes.
Oh shit!
And just so you know,
dog.
I also have Luffy's shirt from the Dressrosa. Art,
Very nice.
Very cool.
which is actually the one.
This is
that's wearing
a
right
this is a Japanese imported Legend of Zelda Legend of Zelda
Nice.
sweater.
here. Nice. Yep, and
You're a
that's
nerd.
the one you saw the
Look
other
at
day.
this.
I mean, I'm going back to school to study dead languages, okay? But like,
Like,
I'm gonna talk my shit.
HQ.
The name of my band comes from a dead language.
HQ, did you apply to Brandeis?
I did.
I hope you get in.
I hope I do too. Yeah, I hope I get in everywhere, to be honest. But I did apply. I applied to their it's like a double master's program where you can do ancient Near Eastern and Judaic studies in tandem with women and gender studies.
Both departments are excellent, really
Yeah.
excellent.
It's hard
Now,
because like
the Near Eastern and Judaic studies, especially, is
Yeah.
it's one of the best in the country.
everywhere
without
that I
question.
applied is competitive, and I would love to get in. So I'm sort of sitting in this weird position where it's like I hope I get in anywhere, and also if I
Ollie.
get in more than one place, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I feel so
Waltham sucks,
inadequate.
but Boston is nice.
I feel so inadequate. Ollie always fucking power drives me.
There's
I have
there's
mushrooms
no
in
way.
my cabinet.
There is
I
no
don't know
way
if-
anyone can compete with Ollie.
Microdosing's awesome.
I don't know if you noticed it earlier, but I
Micro.
finished that jar off tonight. So
Oh, wow.
that's
What?
one of the from the last pound that I got.
Better order another 5 pounds, Ollie. Fuck.
I only ordered a
Fucking
pound at a
U-Haul
time.
shows up. Dump truck shows up and dumps some
You're right back, guys. My pot's here.
How do you grab the pitchfork?
It's got a wheelbarrow.
Yep. I went to visit my sister in Hawaii for about a month, and it's legal there.
It's legal here too.
Yeah, there we
legal
go.
here
in Washington, yeah.
You have it
Canada
delivered
finally
to my
made the
door.
right move and just said, you know, yeah.
Legal in the great state of Maine, so it's
Yeah.
it's lovely.
Now here
All
in
right,
Ohio, yeah, okay, yeah.
Save some for our show, Scott.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yep.
All right. First of all, again, I want to thank Eric from Skeptics and Scoundrels for coming on and being the guest on the show tonight and sharing his story with us. So we're all a little bit more in the knowledge of how the hell to get out of the JWs.
Well, thank you for having me, Neil. I appreciate it. And everyone here. It was a great time. Thank you.
Our pleasure, sir.
Show.
I will be doing a thank you tweet, so watch out for that. And everyone that's been involved in the after party will also be mentioned there too. If you want to follow them on Twitter or whatever, you can feel free to do so and interact. That's what it's all about. It's about building community, letting folks know that yes, there are other people that don't believe in fucking stupid shit like deities and dragons and demons.
Right.
And, although dragons would be cool, but anyway. But yeah, thanks you everyone out there in the chat for hanging out. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Nice to see you, Carol the Atheist. You popped in. I haven't seen you in a little while. It was
Hey,
great to
Carol.
see JR in the chat with us. That
sure.
was really cool. And thanks to my awesome patrons, because without you guys, the show isn't what it is. So thank you for
know what?
all you do for the show.
I'm gonna say patrons and members. I'm gonna add that in there.
Yes, and members. Now that we have members, we now have 2 members of the channel. This fella right here became one, and of course, Tapioca Weasel, or pardon me, I forgot the proper term. Dr. Tapioca Weasel.
Don't get
was
him
also-
messed up.
Was the very first member of the channel. If you want to become a member, I think it's like $1 a month or something, and that'll help the show too, guys. So, and all the membership money's going to Mikey anyways because he does amazing work for this.
Oh
channel,
yeah,
so
make it rain.
How much does YouTube?
Look at that.
Whoa,
Look at
Hellbound Hillbilly, new member.
We just
Welcome
lost 2
aboard,
members. No.
Yeah, so it's going to Mikey? Well, fuck that. I'm out of here.
2 members just unsubscribed. That's strange.
I will become one. I'll do that in a minute. I'll do that.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott.
I'll do
You guys
that.
rock.
Yep.
You guys rock socks. Your sock
Y'all
rockers.
rock.
Yeah.
Your little sock rockers.
All right, everybody.
Sock rockers.
Until next time, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
All right.